We just finished publish. The next P is promote. Okay, so after you've published the information to the internet, you've prepared it, you've produced it, you've published it. Now it's time to spend some time promoting all of the stuff that you've just created and just put out on the internet world. So the promotion, the publishing and the promotion is an ongoing thing. So producing, publishing, and promotion is an ongoing thing. It's not like you produce it all at once, and then you take the next stage and you publish it all. Then you go and start promoting it. So you're producing the same time, once you produce it, you then start to publish it, then you're starting to promote it as you're still producing other stuff, still publishing other stuff, still promoting other stuff. So the very first thing is to distribute. Now there's two parts to this. There's two parts to social media. Specifically, there's the creating the content, which we just talked about. That's the producing. And then there's the distribution side. And what you need to do is you need to spend 10 times longer on the distribution than you do on the producing. So for example, if you were producing 1 hour of content, so you created that video for 1 hour, you need to spend 10 hours distributing that, as well as engaging with people who are following it and communicating on it or liking it. So for every 1 hour of content that you create and you publish to the internet world, you need to spend 10 hours distributing it, as well as engaging with your ideal target market or people that are engaging with your posts or your videos or your blogs. So that's where the interaction comes in. That's where you need to spend the majority of your time, is in actually the distribution. So if we go back to producing your content, if you spend just 1 hour creating a video, remember you can go to some outsourcers and you can have that video sort of repurposed for other uses, and then you publish that content to the internet world. You need to spend 10 hours sort of distributing and engaging all of that content. So from that 1 hour, like I said, if you have some blogs that you created that got created, if you have some social posts, if you have some video clips, let's say that you have 10 different things that you created from that 1 hour of content that got created from that 1 hour of content. So there's 10 different things. Once they're distributed throughout the internet world, you would spend, cumulatively, an hour per piece, or cumulatively 10 hours spending distributing and engaging with people on that content that you just put out in the internet world. That's why we advise people to just create 1 hour per week and spend 10 hours a week distributing it. Don't spend 10 hours creating content and then just 1 hour distributing it and engaging it, because then people are not going to be able to, they're not going to find it, you're not going to engage with them, they're not going to get to know you, to like you, and to trust you. So the ratio is for every 1 hour you create, you need to spend 10 hours distributing and engaging with clients. Oops, here's my mouse. The next one is social media. So you need to using social media, what you need to do is direct people to your content. You need to give value. You need to tell a story, whether you're using Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube, Snapchat. Basically, you have a very limited amount of time to tell a story to drive people to your content. So if you just published a new blog post, you need to, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube, Snapchat, whatever you're using, you need to sort of cross-channel them, bring them to your website to consume that blog post. So you need to, in your posts, what you need to do for strategy is, remember, you got to keep in the forefront of your mind what their desired outcome is and what benefits they're going to receive. So keeping that in mind, you need to create some engaging posts that's going to get people to click on that link, to go to your website to consume that piece of content, or to go to YouTube to watch that video, or whatever it is. You need to create that engaging content, telling a story very quickly. If you're using a Snapchat video or Instagram video or something, even in your images for Pinterest or LinkedIn, you need to, within that image itself, it needs to almost tell a story just from the image. So that's very important on social media. Keep losing my mouse. The next thing is if you're going to do any paid marketing. So, that's things like the sponsored ads on social media, such as Facebook ads, YouTube, whether you're doing sponsored Twitter posts or Instagram posts, whatever. You're using that paid marketing to generate more interest. So typically what you're going to do is get your content in front of a larger audience by paying to get it in front of a larger audience. And that's why it's very, very important that you spend the time in the very first P, the planning, preparing to get people to really understand your ideal target market, their pain, fears, frustrations, and ambitions, so that when you're actually doing your paid marketing, it's going to be more effective because you're able to niche down who it is that you want to target, what their interests are, where they're located, sort of what they like, they don't like, who they follow, what pages that they like, things like that. So it's very important when you're doing this paid marketing to understand your ideal target market, and it can be much more effective. And with these ads, you're not selling anything. So all you're doing is delivering more content. You're asking them to, to click on the link to go to your website to consume that blog post or that video that you just created and just post it on there. Because remember, they're going there to consume or to get more information, but you've embedded links or ways to actually capture their email or to potentially sell them something. They're hidden posts. They're hidden within the blog post itself. So using that strategy is very important. Okay. So the next thing after paid marketing is press release. So doing a press release can definitely help promote your products or your service or your business. And there's actually a trick to press releases, because a lot of times you'll see people that promoting this as seen on NBC, CBS, ABC, in the Wall Street Journal, blah, 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 blah. Well, there's actually a trick to doing that. It's not a trick, it's just a strategy. I call things tricks. It's really a strategy. So what you do is you do a press release the very first day, and you distribute that press release to all of the major media outlets around the world, like all of the big ones. And that press release is just basically a press release saying that you're going to launch a press release over the next couple days. So that press release, you want to get on all of those big media. So that's why you want to leave a couple days between press releases. So if you can get that press release in all of the big media, indicating that you have an upcoming press release about a specific thing, and it's it's in the New York Times website, the CBS, the Fox News, CNN, all of those major news websites online, then when you do your press release, you can put right in your second press release as seen on in the New York Times, in the Wall Street Journal, on this channel, this channel, this channel. And you can actually use a lot of that stuff in your messaging and your images as well, because it's valid that you say that you can actually you've been seen in those things, because you have been. So the next thing, press release, is livecast or Facebook Live. This is a great way to promote your products or your service or your business, is to use video, to use a live cast. And it's great. Facebook Live is great for reaching an audience. Facebook's giving a lot of attention right now to Facebook Live, but you can run live casts from your own website or in a members area. and to help promote or bring attention to some of the other stuff that you've created, the blogs, the articles, the videos. Using Livecast and Facebook Live can definitely help out. You can use it for holding special events, get more exposure, educate your audience, and even drive them to buy eventually. Okay, so whoops, that's the fourth P. That's promote. So it's taking the content that you've produced and you're promoting it out into the internet world, and these are just some of the strategies that you can use for doing so.